katoa tātou. Ko Bonwela tuku tupuna, ko Tia Mana tuku whenua, ko Botwa tuku awa no Aotearoa ahau. I whanau mai ahau I Whanganui, I tipu aki ahau e Ohahuri, e tipu aki ahau ki te taha o te maungaroa paihu me te awa mangawhiro, e noho ana ahau ki Kirikiriroa, ko Jessica Wella ahau, tēnā tātou katoa. Good evening everyone, it's an honour and a privilege to be standing here before you to share with you a little bit about my story in a bit of a nutshell over the last 5 years. I am the founder of the Wella Network, which is a charitable trust in New Zealand and was built through the Social Entrepreneurship Accelerator Live the Dream through the Inspiring Stories Trust. I built the organisation in the summer of 2015 and 2016. It was set up to educate young New Zealanders about the prevention and awareness of cancer. Why? Why did I want to do this? So 5 years ago, I was living the Kiwi traveller's dream. I was living in London, working as a teacher and relieving in schools across the city and basically soaking in everything that London had to offer. And if any of you have been to the UK, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about and how much of an amazing experience it is to travel and be on the other side of the world. 4 months in, both my breasts became incredibly hard and sore, and I could barely touch them. The surface of the skin of my left breast looked completely different to the right, and when I squeezed my left breast, it was really soft and squishy, but the right one had a large ball of gristle trapped inside. I was diagnosed with an uncommon form of aggressive breast cancer. I was 27 years old and I had no idea that this could happen to me at such a young age. I went through all my treatment in the UK. I decided to stay over there and continue my OE. I travelled, worked full-time as a teacher and got involved in advocacy in the hospital where I was treated at, and then also got involved with an education organisation to go into schools to share my story to encourage the self-checking message. Am I crazy? Yes. I look back and go, how did I do that? Because the last 5 years has been all about coming home to New Zealand, healing and being able to give back to the community here. So basically what I do is I go into schools and speak about my story, and what I talk about isn't just about breast health. I also, if there's guys in the room, I talk about testicular health as well, because guys, if you grow it, you should know it, right? And men can get breast cancer as well, so I talk about that. But I also talk about my experience with depression and the stress I've lived throughout and trauma I've lived throughout my life, and how I think that has actually led to the diagnosis that I had. I also talk about resilience and coping, and young people seem to be really interested in having conversations about that. So I go through all that as well. I've also spoken just recently for the second year in a row at Auckland University to second year nursing students about the patient experience, and that is a really valuable talk for them to encourage them and remind them how important their job is on the front line, working with patients like myself. So just to let you know, I'm all clear now. I have yearly checks and I've been cleared from the disease. But it's quite scary to think that of the 3,000 women diagnosed in New Zealand every year, 450 odd and increasing are all under the age of 44. So as somebody that had no family history and no genetics and had no idea I could get this at such a young age, nor had my mum or my teachers at school ever told me to know my normal and check my boobs or anything else for that matter. It's not just our boobs, this is men and women. These are really important messages that we need to start talking about. So that's kind of what I've been doing over the last couple of years to try and get these messages out. I've recently spoken at Vodafone New Zealand, so I speak at corporates as well, and if there is an opportunity, and private events, especially around the time of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month and the recent Pink Ribbon Breakfast campaign. Also talk, wherever anyone wants me to talk, really. I've got lots of videos on my Facebook page that you can check out if you want to have a look at that, and follow us on Instagram as well. We're originally set up as a charitable trust, so we are able to get funding and grants and things and donations, but I'm also in the process of really trying to set up a social enterprise arm, so we've got that option as well. It's really interesting having the people that are speaking tonight with their causes. I actually have a fashion background, and my first degree was in fashion design, and now I'm currently a student at Wintec studying counselling, because I'm really passionate and fascinated about the impact the mind has on our bodies, and how if we build a relationship with this, we should be able to work better with the rest of this. It's true, right? So a couple of the things that in terms of social enterprise that I'm trying to do with the Wella Network is work with businesses in New Zealand who want to target a younger age group with their products. So there is a section in my talk where I talk about being conscious about what you're putting into and onto your body. So I talk about the use of organic tampons. So if anybody knows about what kind of chemicals and stuff go into sanitary products, I would consider you to research that and actually be really aware of what you're putting into your body. And that part of your lady garden is one of the most important absorbent parts of your body. So it's really important that you are considerate of what you're putting in there. So Bon Organic Tampons, they pay me like an advertising fee, and I take their products in and basically give them out to the students, and they are able to go away with free product for that exchange of advertising that they otherwise wouldn't have. Another thing, I'm using my fashion background in printing healthy messages onto clothing, working with Little Yellow Bird, who are also a social enterprise and know the complete supply chain, right from where the cotton for the t-shirts is grown, right through to the production and the sale of the item. So, and these are the t-shirts here, and everyone likes a good message, so do the mahi get the treats? Like, if we're working hard and doing the best we can for ourselves, then we will reap the benefits of everything that we do. So we've got those, and some tote bags if you're interested in those. The other thing, I've recently, in the last couple of years, been involved with an author and a chef who have put together a cookbook for people with cancer. So it's got lots of tips and advice in it from, I'm one of the contributors and some friends of mine, and I've been recently approached by the publisher to get this out to people that need it the most. So if anybody knows anyone that's going through cancer at the moment, or has been affected by cancer, or wants to be able to provide for a family member that's going through that journey, this book is like a gold nugget, and it's really important to try and get that out there. So those are the kind of products and things that we're trying to promote and get out there into our communities as well. So also at the end of the night when you go to leave, if you would like to, there are some checking cards on the table at the door. These are the resources that I hand out to everyone that I speak to. So they've just got the signs and symptoms of breast cancer on the back of the card, and the trick is to take one for yourself and then give one to somebody that you think would benefit from the messages on the card and my story that you've heard tonight. So know what's normal for you so that you're able to identify what isn't. And that's not just with your boobs, that's with everything, okay? So if you're not sure of something, or you have any changes that aren't right for you, go to your GP, and please do not be told you're too young. This happens way too often, and I hear really sad stories all the time of people that are either really ill or they're no longer here. I'm currently temping at Waikato Hospital at the moment in the urology department, which is really fascinating for me because I'm really interested in cancer. And I heard the story recently, in the last week, of a young man who was 21 and passed away from testicular cancer. So these are stories that I hear all the time, so it's really important for everyone to check themselves and know what's normal for them. So yeah, take one of those, take 2 of those and give one away to somebody that you care about. One of the things that I'm really good at is not asking for help and trying to do everything myself. And a lot of my friends call me a bit of a crazy Wonder Woman, and I appreciate that, but I'm getting into the habit of reaching out and asking community for help to help me out in what the Wella Network is doing. So we're really keen we've built all these amazing foundations, and I really want to start building upon that to really get this going and to level up. So if anyone has experience with governance and building a board, I'm really keen to get someone on. Really keen to get people on board to help us out with that, and particularly in the grants department of fundraising stuff. One of the biggest challenges I found working in this space is that the cancer space is incredibly saturated, and public perception is that what I want to do is actually being done, but it's not. So that's why I'm standing here in front of you tonight asking for your help. I've moved down from Auckland. I've been in Hamilton a year, and I love this city, and I'm so grateful that I've made the move down. It's really calmed my energy down, so I'm really grateful to be here, and it's really lovely to see you all here tonight. So yeah, if you want to talk to me afterwards about what I'm doing or find out some more information, you can come and see me or check us out on Facebook and Instagram or at thewellanetwork.com. And if you'd like to purchase any of our social entrepreneurial objects, then please come say hi. But thank you so much. Tēnā tātou katoa.